Alright, hello everybody, and greetings. My name is Lance. As kind of an inside joke, I sometimes go by Lance Blastoff. That's the name of a character from a Frank Miller comic, who was this caricature of a kind of really like right-wing-ish alpha male type guy. I did think it was satire, but knowing a little more about Frank Miller, I'm not 100% sure. It still seems like satire to me, or at least, you know, lampooning. But anyway, it seemed like a funny nickname for me because I'm not really, I don't fit that archetype too well. So anyway, but I'm from a band called the Beast of England. Beast of England started out as kind of my solo project and has evolved into more of a band thing. Mostly we play heavy rock, at least at this point. But today I'm going to do a little solo acoustic set because, you know, we've got the pandemic. You might have heard a little bit about this pandemic thing. And so we haven't been able to convene the band, so to speak, for a couple months. So we were right in the middle of recording, actually. Laid down some drums and rhythm guitar tracks for an upcoming album. Still working on that slowly, doing some tracking at home, what I can do. Anyway, but what I've got today is just, you know, an acoustic guitar and me. And I was gonna kind of maybe sugarcoat it and say I'm not the best acoustic guitar player in the world, but let's not sugarcoat it. Let's just say I'm kind of a shit acoustic guitar player. But we're going to work with what we have, and I'm going to play some songs I really love, some songs that mean something to me, and maybe some of them that resonate a little bit for me in these particular times with some of the things that are going on in the world. So yeah, without too much more of my babbling, hold on, I am going to do this though. Get a little jolt in there of that. Let's start with a number by Tommy Bolin.
Halfway gone and halfway back, you're always dreaming about what you like. Well, taking your time for your busy day, sit by the tracks and watch the trains roll away. What you're thinking, yeah. And I can see it in your face. Maybe before you were happy, but now your thoughts out of this place. You've begun to change now, baby. Oh, but I know you will, darling. It's clear to me. I think the chains hold you here now, baby. They don't exist. You don't have to stay, mama. I won't insist. Well, gee, but I know what you're thinking. Take the train today, don't look back again. Live the dreams you have, don't dwell on what has been. Your future's brighter now, there's brighter days ahead. Any sad farewell words, they're better left unsaid. Dreamer, I know what you're thinking, yeah. I can't But now your thoughts out of this place. Maybe before you were happy. Someone like you can't be replaced.
All right. Got some cheater notes here in case you're like, what's he keep looking over there for? Memory's gone to shit too. Actually started back to work, so still sheltering in place, more or less. But going back to work with precautions. And after about 3 months of solitude, I feel like the old brain and the old body are not used to this working deal. You know, I don't know. I like my job. Then again, I like getting paid not to do shit better. So anyway, what I'm on about. This song, written by Neil Young, one of my favorite songwriters, one of my favorite singers, favorite guitar players. Seems like a good human as well. I think I had heard it before, but I recently heard the Buffy St. Marie version in the soundtrack of a movie, and it was just beautiful. And then, of course, look it up, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's Neil, and he wrote it for Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. And the refrain of it, the song is called "Helpless," which I think is something a lot of people maybe are feeling lately for a lot of reasons. You know, there's a lot of turmoil going on. So, and everybody's got their shit in their personal lives too. So, there's a lot of reasons we can feel this way sometimes.
Town in North Ontario, a dream, comfort, and memory to spare. Well, in my mind, I still need a place to go. All my changes were there. Blue windows behind the stars, yellow moon on the rise, gray birds flying all across the sky, throwing shadows on our eyes that leave us helpless, helpless, helpless. Well, babe, can you hear me now? Chains are locked and tied across my doors. Baby, sing with me somehow. Blue windows behind the stars, yellow moon on the rise, big birds flying all across the sky, casting shadows on our eyes. They leave us helpless, helpless, helpless. They leave us helpless, helpless, helpless. They leave us helpless, helpless. sing with me somehow. Blue, blue windows behind the stars, yellow moon on the rise, big birds flying all across the sky, casting shadows on our eyes. They leave us helpless, helpless, helpless. They leave us helpless, helpless, helpless. They leave us helpless, helpless, helpless. Baby, sing with me somehow. Yeah, all right. That's a thing that I feel a little bit there with you know, not just the helplessness, but that baby sing with me somehow. Kind of, you know, the idea that gotta find a way to connect with people, right? And sometimes it's harder than others. This maybe being one of those times. All right, my note here says capo. I actually thought about the fact that I needed a capo, and I wasn't sure where it was, and that's why, like, if you saw me a second ago, kind of looking around, like, what am I doing? And kind of forgetting that I was actually still playing a song. I was trying to look for the capo in advance, and it was right here. So I had no need to worry. No need to worry, man. It's all good. All right, so yeah, we're gonna capo this one on the 4th fret. Now, one thing I'm a big fan of is songs that deal with emotions that maybe aren't, I wouldn't say they're not typical emotions, they're not typically dealt with in pop music. So here's a classic by Dolly Parton, Jolene, which deals with just those kind of feelings. Now, it was always kind of weird to me because it's got that, you know, I cannot compete with you and everything, which is part of the sentiment that I think is so remarkable about the song. Like that just admission of whatever, like, you know, my fate is in your hands, and yet somehow, you know, she still loves this man so much that you know, she'll keep him if she can, and she knows it's just up to Jolene. But it always seemed weird to me from Dolly Parton, because of course Dolly Parton's such a beautiful, vibrant woman and a beautiful person, and it seems like a force to be reckoned with. I did finally hear that the song is based in truth, but the main, you know, idea of the song is kind of fabricated to make the song more compelling, because in real life, I guess Jolene was not a threat to Dolly Parton. She was someone that maybe wanted to be a threat but was not, but the song deals with it like someone who is, like, they're basically admitting defeat and begging for mercy, and that's some raw shit, right? I also heard that Dolly wrote this and I Will Always Love You in the same afternoon. I don't know if that's true, but that afternoon was, you know, better than most people's entire careers. So, nice afternoon, Dolly. All right, let's have a go at singing this then. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 oh, please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald like the breath of spring. Your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep. There's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. And I can easily understand how easily you could take my man, but you don't know what it means to me, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. You could easily love again, but I could never love again. No, he's the only one for me, Jolene. I had to have this talk with you. See, your happiness depends on you. Whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Oh, please don't take him just because you can. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Oh, please don't take him just because you can. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man.
Yeah. All right, there you go. There's that then. There's that done. Racer 5, you guys want to give me a sponsorship? There you go. Product placement. All right, let's take the cape off for a second. Actually, the next song I was going to do does have a capo, but I want to do the song later. So, with that in mind, this is a pretty easy song, good song, and it's one I learned a long time ago. I actually was surprised that I kind of had to refresh my memory on it. So hopefully my cheat sheet gets me through. We'll go from there, right? All right.
When you're sitting there in your silk upholstered chair, talking to some rich folk that you know, well, I hope you don't see.
God damn it. See? Told you. All right. That's why it's live. Okay, it's not live. It's pre-recorded, but I'm only doing this in one shot, so basically it's live. And here we go again.
Well, when you're sitting there in your silk upholstered chair, talking to...
I can't do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it.
You're sitting there in your silk upholstered chair, talking to some rich folk that you know. Well, I hope you don't see me and my ragged company. You know I could never be alone. Take me down, little Susie, take me down. Well, I know you think you're the queen of the underground. Well, you can send me dead flowers every morning. Send me dead flowers sitting back in your rose pink Cadillac, taking bets on Kentucky Derby Day. Well, I'll be in my basement room with a needle and a spoon and another girl to take my pain away. Take me down, little Susie, honey, take me down. Well, I know you think you're the queen of the underground, but you can send me dead flowers every morning. Send me dead flowers by the U.S. mail. Send me dead flowers to my wedding, and I won't forget to put roses on your grave. No, I won't forget to put roses, but I will forget the chords, and I won't forget to put roses on your grave.
All right. That was supposedly Dead Flowers by the Stones. Might have to rename that Trainwreck this time around. So, all right, let's see. Where are we at with this? I think I want to do, let's do an original here for a second. Maybe I'll remember one that I wrote. Let's not get cocky though. It's actually the first song I ever wrote. Not the first lyrics I ever wrote or anything like that. Like, I'd been working in bands with people and stuff and whatnot. But this is the first time I think I learned the 3 chords or so and was able to string them together so I could write the music and the lyrics like a fucking champ. So, but this song means something to me, and it doesn't mean what it meant when I wrote it. When I wrote it, it was about my first real relationship, and it had gone almost 5 years, and it was deteriorating kind of slowly, which is, I don't know if that's better or worse. You know, I've seen them go both ways, and you know, whatever. But at least in my case, I feel like you end up going on to things that fit you better anyway, eventually. So, but that it was about that relationship, and but over the years, you know, it's like since it was the ditty that I had in mind, like I think of the people I played it with in bands. My friend Rob, who I grew up with, he was there when I wrote it, and then I played it with him in groups and stuff. And my friend Stevie, who played in one of the groups with us for a while, he was the drummer, but he loved to get up and sing along, you know, for the first half of the tune. So we used to have fun with that, especially when we were practicing, drinking and singing it together. And my other friend Steve, who I wasn't in a band with, but he was in a lot of his own bands that were awesome. Me and him and our good friend Jason, we had a habit of going to parties, and we'd get bored, and if we could figure out that somebody had a guitar somewhere in the house, we'd grab some beers and lock ourselves in a room and sing songs, and usually knock this one out, some of Steve's songs, any covers that we knew, you know. So basically, when I think of this song now, I think of those good times with friends, you know. So that, and sorry, you didn't know this was VH1 Storytellers, did you? I don't know that many fucking songs, man, so I'm trying to, you know, I gotta fill out a half hour. Alright, let's
There'll